Book reviews are back. Yeah, I know, I said I wasn't going to do them anymore, but I changed my mind. So for my return to book reviewing, I'm doing this book, The Deliverer by Jason D. Morrow. This is the first book in the Maranon Chronicles, and it's a fantasy novel that follows the very popular theme of a teenager getting transported to another world. It starts off with teenager Silas Ainsley and his grandfather Garland running away from the bad guys, and then Silas gets killed. And what a way to start a book, huh? Well, he gets transported to this world called Maranon, and then his adventure begins. Turns out his grandfather is a very important figure in Maranon, so his grandson Silas turns out to be the chosen one from a prophecy. Sounds very stereotypical, doesn't it? But I have to admit that this world is quite imaginative. Starting off with the main characters, Silas is a very naive teenager, but he has great sword skills. I don't know why he's a great swordsman. Well, actually his grandfather taught him, but who knows why? Not only is Silas naive, he makes a lot of really dumb mistakes. Some of his choices, I just have to think, why are you doing that? Stop it! He really is a bit dim-witted. Garland, on the other hand, is quite the opposite. He's very wise, he makes some very good decisions, he's quite intelligent. And I think he's a pretty good character. Julian has very deep pain related to his family history. And of course, he ends up being a very important character in Maranon. We also see some mercenaries who have varied degrees of development in this story. But overall, I found some of the character development to be okay. Some is good, some is not so good. And some of the characters I don't really like. That includes Silas Ainsley. The story is pretty straightforward. There aren't really many surprises. There are some questions at the end that don't get answered, but of course it continues on into the next book. And of course, we don't want everything tied up completely when you have another book in the series, right? The biggest mystery to me is what happened to the guy who went through the gauntlet with Silas? Where did he go? Do we ever see him again? I hope we find out in the next book. I found the pacing of the story to be quite slow at the beginning, but it did pick up later on. The world of Maranon seems pretty interesting, but I think it's really underdeveloped. I would like to see more of it, and one thing that makes me wonder about it is it ever daytime? I mean, in my mind, the entire story takes place at night, and since this is kind of like an afterlife, I'm not exactly sure if it's an afterlife, it could be just another world that you get transported to after death. I don't know. But is there a daytime? Is there a sun here? I don't get the best sense of the environment, so I would really like it to be developed a bit more. But of course, overall, did I enjoy it? Well, for the most part, yes. I didn't like all of the characters. Some I liked, some I didn't. I found the world to be very interesting but underdeveloped. And the story itself was pretty straightforward. Those who like young adult fantasy novels may actually enjoy this. Overall, I gave this 3 out of 5 stars, and I think I would want to stick with that after so much time. I haven't read it in a while, but it still sticks in my memory. I would say it's still 3 out of 5 stars. It's a good read, but not amazing. Have you read this book? I bet you haven't. This is a self-published book that is available on Kindle. I downloaded it for free when it was being offered, so that's how I got this. But if you're interested in YA fantasy, you may enjoy it. But if you have read it, what did you think of it? Let me know in the comment section below. If you like this video, then please give me a big thumbs up, and if you want to see some more book reviews, then please subscribe down below. And you can check out those videos over there and the playlist of all of my reviews. So thank you for watching. See you in the next video.